Well, good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. You know, I have a very busy life, and of course, news with the Cowboys is always happening all the time. So you'll find me doing videos and stuff while I'm cooking or working in the workshop and stuff like that. Actually, I haven't been doing as much cooking lately as I usually do, and I've been eating out a lot of junk and things, and I need to get back to eating right because I'm becoming a fat ass again. You know, see, when you have an avatar, the avatar drops about 30 pounds from your weight. When you do TV or camera work and all that, it supposedly adds 10 pounds. Well, eating crap will put 30 pounds on you real quick. So I'm working on dinner, and I need to get back to keto. You know, the cool thing about cooking is mixing your own ingredients and stuff, okay? You know, there's more than one way to skin a cat. You know, Sunday here when I was making my clam chowder, my buddy David Wiley was kind of like, that's not the way we were taught to do that. And I was like, yeah, but this is the way I know how to do it, you know? And the thing about cooking is you want to get your own ingredients because you get your own flavor. You know what I'm saying? You get your own little taste. Like I have, you know, over here, actually most of these inside are kind of died. But outside I've got fresh herbs and spices and peppers and things that are growing. And so I can kind of cook the way I want to cook and make the meal the way I want. So I wasn't home yesterday for Taco Tuesday, but here's what I got. I got myself some brown rice with a little cilantro in it. I got me black beans here with peppers and onions and chili powder and tomatoes in there to mix with it. I got some shrimp with chipotle powder, garlic, lime juice and stuff in here that'll be nice and spicy, and some cheese, and some guacamole, and some lettuce. So I'm gonna make myself a nice shrimp bowl. And see, that's a taste with some sour cream that I like. Now the only thing, if you're doing keto, is the rice is not the part of it. So anyway, that's not why you tuned in here. But I gotta get dinner because I'm hungry. Look at that shrimp. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, that's good flavor. So here's the thing. For the Cowboys, the worst thing that could happen to some of the players is we actually played without them. The Cowboys have amassed a lot of talent. I don't know how we went from last year with, you know, bums that literally we were just like signing people left and right and none of them were panning out, to this year it seems like we have struck gold, to the point where we let go a guy like Brandon Knight who could be starting on other teams, can't even crack the roster. You end up looking at us literally losing Zach Martin for a game or two, and then all of a sudden you got Connor McGovern stepping in for him and playing lights out. You know what I'm saying? So we literally have players upon players. Oh, look at this. That's my homemade picante sauce. Player after player that's stepping into the role. The problem for us is next year is we don't have the money to pay all these players to stay on the roster. And herein lies the problem. Too many times as fans, we love everybody and we don't want to lose anybody. But the reality is, you can't, ooh, this stuff's good. You can't keep everybody, no matter how much you want to. Green stuff, that's good too. Dak's invested in this company. So what we're seeing is some players that are going to be on the bubble. I haven't tried this one yet. This is green habanero sauce. I'm gonna wait for next time on that one. I'm trying to find my taco sauce. This is good right here, this green one. The problem for some of the guys on the team is The fact that they haven't been there. Your best ability is your availability. And so you start thinking about guys, for example, the offense. Number one ranked offense right now. Lyle Collins and Michael Gallup are missing for 5 games of that. And you're the number one ranked offense. You look at it from the standpoint of Michael Gallup is going to demand a lot of money next year. A lot, because receivers, look at what the Eagles have been trying to do every year, draft a receiver. And here it is, they still don't have them. You see the Patriots taking garbage, okay, as Philly 500 would tell you, in receiver, and he ends up dropping a key play. Michael Gallup's going to get paid, either from the Cowboys or somebody else. And I'd say it's the tune of $12 to $13 million. When you see Galladay getting that big paycheck to go to the Giants and can't stay on the field, you know that he is going to end up being able to get a big contract. Now, here's the thing. Another factor that plays into the free agents that you have that are good is, like, you look at Cedric Wilson. Cedric Wilson's been playing really good with Michael Gallup. Is he as good as Michael Gallup? Probably not. But collectively, with everything hitting on this offense, you don't need, per se, the greatest number 3 wide receiver. Any number 3 wide receiver with all of these other pieces, and mind you, keep in mind that Amari Cooper has not dropped a pass this year. Not a single one. That is huge, guy. I mean, that is like freaking insane. So here we have an offense that's clicking without him. Do you look at it and say, Cedric Wilson, we'll pay you, $3 or $4 million or $5 million to stay, or do you say we're going to pay Michael Gallup, 12? That's a decision that's going to be kind of hard to do, but you don't necessarily want to do that because you're over the salary cap for next year, and you've proven that you can cook without him. That's not to say I don't love Michael Gallup, because I do. I love Michael Gallup. I want him on my team. But the reality is, we have a lot of free agents out there. We have Randy Gregory, who right now has 2 of the top 5 fastest sacks in the NFL. He ended up getting to what's his name, within 2.5 seconds. He is coming into your zone. So you look at it and say, we got to keep that guy because we need a pass rusher. So there you have that part of it. And then you start thinking about some of the other ones. Now, here's the thing about Michael Gallup that also plays against him. The fact that he is a free agent means if he goes someplace else and signs a big fat contract, then we're talking about compensatory pick. And guys, we had 4 compensatory picks this year. And some of those compensatory picks are the guys that are playing right now, lights out. You think about us trading back with the Eagles and getting Golston. I think OC was one of those picks that we used compensatory. So Michael Gallup, not a big pay tag. I mean, you don't pay that big pay tag, and you get maybe a 4th or a 3rd round draft pick. That's huge, guys. And that's one of the reasons why I don't think Michael Gallup is going to be back. People are going to say, you're just a hater, you're stupid, or whatever, you got to have him. But the reality says you can't keep everybody, no matter how much you want them. No! I'm out of sour cream! No! Oh, there it is. Ooh. Thought I was out of sour cream. The reality is you can't keep everybody. Another one that may be on the bubble there too, that's due, that may help you is Connor Williams. Connor Williams has good games and bad games. Connor Williams, you'd like to keep, but he's due for another big paycheck. And you look at it and say, maybe Connor McGovern takes over for him. And again, I'm not telling you how to cook. I'm not telling you how to cook. But that's the reality of it. And you look at it and say, well, we can have Connor McGovern here, who we're using as a fullback. As a starting guard. And maybe get a pet story pick for Connor Williams. One guy who's not a free agent, actually two. Oh, this is good. Chipotle chili powder gives you a spicy taste to it. With the heat and all this stuff, this is a good meal. Chipotle, you ain't got nothing on me, bro. Lyle Collins, $15 million cap hit next year. Terrence Steele, $800,000. Lyle Collins, one game in the last year and a half. Terrence Steele, 18. The offensive line didn't skip a beat without him. And again, I'm not saying that because I don't like Lyle Collins. I do. And then finally, DeMarcus Lawrence. D wears a $27 million hit next year. And thus far, you played the last 5 games without him. It's hard to look at guys and let them go. But here's the thing with the football. Cowboys usually hold on to guys for too long. And it comes back and bites them in the ass. The good thing for the Cowboys is you now already have the next generation of guys there ready to go. So the Cowboys, well, they're home cooking. They're cooking pretty good. And I need to cook more. Instead of eating out. This is the shit here. Coming up at 8 o'clock, we'll have our live pick segment with Brother Ross. Stu's in the hospital recovering. Keep those prayers up. I'll see you then.